Jimmy Kimmel's late-night show has been suspended. Pulled off air by Disney-owned ABC after his explosive comments about Charlie Kirk shooting suspect, Tyler Robinson. Was this about protecting audiences or silencing free speech? That's the question now fueling outrage online. And what looked like just another network decision has quickly turned into something much bigger. Hollywood stars, Marvel actors, and comedians everywhere are taking sides. This isn't just about one show anymore. It's about whether a late-night host's voice can be muted when politics get uncomfortable. The first big name to jump into Kimmel's corner was none other than Pedro Pascal. Fresh off Marvel's brand new film, The Fantastic Four, First Steps, Pascal took to Instagram with a powerful message. He shared a photo of himself alongside Kimmel, writing, "Standing with you, Jimmy Kimmel Live," and adding the words, "Defend free speech and defend democracy." It wasn't just a quick repost or a hashtag. Pascal tied his own image to Kimmel's, making the support deeply personal. And because he's not just any actor, but Marvel's latest leading man, his voice hit especially hard. In one post, he turned a late-night suspension into a full-blown conversation about rights, democracy, and where Hollywood really stands. If Pedro Pascal's post lit the spark, other Marvel stars came in with gasoline. Actress Marisa Tomei, who fans know as Aunt May from the Spider-Man films, took things to another level. She reposted a call to action urging people to unsubscribe and boycott Disney-owned platforms. And that's not just Disney+. We're talking Marvel, ABC, ESPN, Hulu, Pixar, Lucasfilm, even Fox Entertainment. Basically the whole Disney empire. Then came Tatiana Maslany, Marvel's She-Hulk herself. She didn't hold back either. On Instagram, she shared a behind-the-scenes photo from her show and told fans directly, "Cancel your Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN subscriptions." And as if that wasn't enough, Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk, jumped into the conversation during a No Kings online event. He admitted that a lot of people in the industry don't fully understand what's happening yet. But, in his words, this isn't just about Jimmy Kimmel. It's about an attack on free speech itself. What started as a suspension of one late-night show was suddenly escalating into something much bigger. It wasn't just stand with Jimmy anymore, it was turning into a movement against Disney, against corporate control, and against what these stars see as the silencing of voices across Hollywood. The firestorm didn't stay online for long. It spilled into the streets. Outside Kimmel's Hollywood studio, crowds gathered with signs and chants showing their support. And they weren't alone. Just a few miles away in Burbank, right outside Disney's own headquarters, protesters showed up to make sure the company couldn't ignore the backlash. But maybe the boldest move came from Move On Civic Action. The group not only launched a petition demanding Kimmel's reinstatement, which has been gaining thousands of signatures by the day, they also rolled out mobile billboard trucks across Los Angeles. These trucks cruised past hotspots like the El Capitan Theater, Disney's offices, and the Prospect Studios, flashing giant slogans like, "We're with Jimmy and free speech," and "Dictators aren't funny, Jimmy Kimmel is." It sent a clear message. The fight for Kimmel's show wasn't just trending on Instagram or Twitter anymore. It was rolling through the streets of LA, right up to Disney's doorstep. It wasn't just Marvel stars jumping in. Big names behind the camera started making noise too. Damon Lindelof, the creator of Lost, and once attached to a Star Wars project, posted that he was shocked, saddened, and infuriated by Disney's move. And he went even further, saying if Kimmel isn't reinstated, he can't in good conscience keep working for the company. That made him the first high-profile creator to flat-out threaten a boycott of Disney projects. Then came Kerry Washington, longtime ABC and Hulu collaborator, known for Scandal and Little Fires Everywhere. She shared a heartfelt post to Kimmel, calling the suspension not just unfair, but unjust. She reminded fans how Kimmel had supported her career for years and said it was now her turn to stand by him. Together, these statements showed something important. This wasn't only comedians and late-night hosts crying foul. The outrage was spreading across the industry. Actors, directors, producers, and some of Disney's own biggest creative partners, all uniting around the same message. Next came the comedy world, and they showed up in force. Hundreds of comedians, from Jimmy Fallon to Chelsea Handler to Rosie O'Donnell, signed a joint letter condemning Kimmel's suspension. The statement read, "It's a dark time for comedians and, by extension, for all Americans." But Chelsea Handler didn't stop at signing. She took to TikTok, reminding fans she'd once hosted her own late-night show. In her words, the First Amendment itself is in grave danger, and she called out what she sees as hypocrisy. Fox's Brian Kilmeade faced zero consequences after saying, "Just kill 'em," about mentally ill homeless people. Yet Kimmel lost his show for criticizing politicians. For comedians, it wasn't just about defending a colleague. It was about defending the very right to push boundaries, question power, and still be allowed a platform. Of course, this controversy didn't happen in a vacuum. ABC's decision came under heavy pressure from Federal Communications Commission Chairman Brendan Carr, a Trump appointee, who publicly criticized Kimmel's comments. On top of that, Nexstar, which runs dozens of ABC affiliate networks, also weighed in, calling the remarks unacceptable. So it begs the question, was this really about protecting audiences, or was it political pressure disguised as corporate caution? Whatever the case, the line between entertainment and politics has never been clearer, and Kimmel's suspension sits right at that crossroads. We want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit like if you believe in free speech, and don't forget to subscribe to Papaya Room for all the latest celebrity news updates, because this story is far from over.